Boys and girls, Alex here. Today I was flabbergasted when I actually heard somebody say they've never heard of Abranet sanding discs, let alone not use them. Well, I thought I'd make a short video just to enlighten him and maybe anybody else that hasn't or doesn't use Abranet. There's many different brands out there. This is the brand I happen to use only because it's readily available locally. Well, when I say locally, at the Melbourne Wood Show, and I specifically beeline straight to their stand to stock up on my supply. This happens to be a box of 180 grit, 50 in the box. If you haven't seen it, you'll notice it's sort of a mesh type of a sanding disc, no holes in it. It's not. I don't think it's that new because I have seen mesh type of sanding things on pads for painting to sand. What do you call it? Plaster. However, on this it's brilliant, and I swear by it. I actually have a box of 40, 80, 100, 150, 180, 240 and 320. Although you can get them up to 1,000, there you are, that's 1,000. I've picked this up in some sample pack or whatever, and I never use it. I never go past 320, and usually I stop at 180 anyway, or 240. 320 is a bonus. I might actually have some 400s, but very seldom do I use it. Anyway, let's get this out of the way and show you the job. As you can see here, this is my random orbital sander, a bit different to the, which initially, these are the pads that were actually designed for that. What you had to do is line up the holes, get them, and unless you got them right, the suction wouldn't be that great. However, with these, you don't have to worry about it. It's 100% pull through, so all you do is just slap the unit onto it, no hole alignment, and off you go. Voila. For the next grit, sanded my fingers. Next grit, actually that was 100. Again, slap that on, this is 80. And off you go. Now, I'll move this aside and I'll bring out my favourite, which is my Rotex. If you haven't got a Rotex, you might know what I'm talking about. If you have, you'll know exactly what it is. If you have a Rotex and you haven't got one of these things that I call the duckbill, I thoroughly recommend you get one because it just gives you greater control over the Rotex. Not that it's hard to control, but it does give you a better control and just easier to use. Okay, slap it on. As you can see, it is slightly different. This is going back to your traditional 9 holes, but Festool naturally advanced and put more holes in there. Let's go on to the 80, slap it on. Now look, I'll throw it down on the rough grit, turn it on, and you'll see how it'll eat through this here. Done it again. Hang on. I've actually blown probably the circuitry on one of these switches. Let's try again. You may have noticed dust coming out. That's because this idiot, I've got it set up in such a way, as you can see there, I've got one of those Rockler hoses that's been in discussion quite recently, which I normally have to switch hoses like that. Okay, I'll get back onto the work and you'll actually see there's no dust coming out up now. But anyway, it was a bloody good demo to show you how much dust you can get if you've got no dust extraction working and what you have when you do. a demo, actually a review of Rotex, so let's not go that way. It's a review of Abranet. So let's get rid of this unit. I've switched the hoses back again to the old Rockler one and bring out my other little unit, which is a Mercer sander. Again, same story, not worried about line up, put it down, slap it on, make sure it's turned on, give it full speed, and off we go. Perfect. Okay, now I will mention that the downside, or the not so good part about this, is its mesh. As you can see, there's no real border or hard edges in there. Now if you're sanding something like that with sharp edges, for a start, if you're going to relieve those edges, I recommend you chamfer them before you start sanding, because it's very easy. Where's a old piece? There you are. Now hang on, I'll try and bring this up into view. You can just see it there, how it's been torn about because it's just caught an edge and it rips it out like crazy. However, having said that, once don't throw it out, because I then, again, let's go transgress a little bit. The reason why I like this Abranet, I use these, the used sands paper on these little gizmos. They're brilliant because they're Velcro things and they're designed to take discs. Now, with the ones with the holes, again, you have the problem, you can quite easily catch the holes in the corners and dig in. With these, and even the torn ones, slap on there, wrap around, and you've got yourself a perfect hand sanding pad. But as I said, and then the beauty of it is too, that you can actually take it off and, have I got a, oh no I haven't got a ruler, Ant-Man, you and your ruler, you can actually give it a bit of a whack, oh spanky spanky, and get some of that rubbish out. So yeah, you know, look, that's going to be it in a nutshell. I swear by it. I wouldn't go back to traditional sandpaper anymore. And believe me, look, I'll get the camera. Hang on. Here we go. I've got a shitload. All right, they're my Abranet there. But I've got a shitload of sandpaper here and in various other places. Look, I'll just go here. That, look, I will probably never use because I just won't go past the Abranet. Anyway, that's it, boys and girls. Catch you later.